Well, some tense moments unfolding here outside an illegal pot shop on Harvard Street. This is one of 3 cafe locations in the downtown core that the city has struggled to shut down for good. This morning, police and bylaw enforcement, they took over the storefront. They barred entry, and for the first time, they put new provincial legislation to the test. And that led to a bit of a scuffle between a tenant and officers.
Guys. Get me in my house! I want you just move upstairs. I want it in my house! How do you mean how? I want it!
Our cameras captured a brief pushing match on the front steps of cafe.
No, I want it in my house!
Jeff Brody says he has nothing to do with the illegal pot shop but has been living above it for the past 2 years. Oh, do you have a separate entrance into your unit? So you have to go through cafe to get up to your unit?
Yes.
Brody was visibly emotional when officers arrived and asked him to leave.
So the city is now the lawful tenant and owner of this property.
I'm upset. This happened to me. It's the first time in Canada. But the city of Toronto and the police are kicking me out of my house.
According to bylaw enforcement, Cafe operates as a chain with other stores on Fort York Boulevard and Bloor Street West. Back in April, attempts to shut down those illegal shops failed. Legislation prevented the city from blocking entrances to the buildings because tenants were living at each location. But just weeks ago, those laws were changed. Queen's Park recently did change some legislation under the Cannabis Control Act. I guess that allows them to bar entry whether or not someone lives there.
Yes, we will be filing an application in 24 hours. We will be challenging the constitutionality of that legislation, particularly the amendments that were made.
More than half a dozen plastic bags full of suspected edibles and dried marijuana were carried out of the illegal pot shop. A flatbed truck loaded with cement blocks was on standby. They were supposed to be stacked on Cafe's doorstep to help secure the premises, a recent tactic being used at other illegal dispensaries in the city to prevent the operators from breaking back in. But in this case, low-hanging wires created logistical issues. For now, the front door has been drilled shut. How many times now have police and bylaw tried to shut down the cafe chain?
This will be the 4th time with the cafe locations.
So once again, you can't guarantee that this business is shut down for good?
At this moment, no, we cannot provide that assurances. We're not going away. We'll continue to carry out our enforcement authorities to achieve compliance.
Okay, so every so often we are seeing big black SUVs stop in front of Cafe here and a group of people getting in. And what we've learned and what we've seen before is that these are potential customers that are being shuttled to other Cafe locations nearby in the downtown core. The city says, though, does say that it is making progress in eliminating the black market. Right now, there are 12 known illegal pot shops, and that's a significant difference from about 30 that were still in operation back in April when the licensed cannabis storefronts started opening.